Picture this. It's July 1954. Tokyo is sizzling hot and the air smells like jet fuel and cigarette smoke. A man steps off a plane at Haneda Airport, white guy, nice beard, suit pressed sharper than a politician's smile. Nothing unusual, until he hands customs a passport from a country that doesn't exist. The place? Taured. Yeah, Taured. Sounds fancy, right? Except, there's no Taured. Not on Google Maps, not in atlases, not even on those shady conspiracy forums where people swear the moon is hollow. Immigration officers blink twice, look at each other, then back at him, and the guy's dead serious. He insists Taured has existed for 1,000 years, right between France and Spain. When they show him a map, he points to Andorra and flips out like, "No! No, no! That's Taured!" So what do? They lock him in a hotel room overnight while they investigate guards outside the door, windows sealed. And the next morning, poof. The man gone. No sign of escape. No name in the system. Just vanished. And that, my friends, is how one of the wildest urban legends of the 20th century began. The man from Taured, the traveler from a parallel universe. But hold up, before we jump into quantum physics and wormholes, let's ask the obvious. Was he really a visitor from another dimension? Or just a next-level con artist with a typewriter and way too much imagination? Let's unpack this mystery one twist at a time. First theory, the parallel universe slip. Some people believe our mysterious traveler accidentally slipped between realities, a glitch in the Matrix moment. In his universe, Taured was real. In ours, it's a blank spot. When he pointed to Andorra, maybe that's where Taured existed over there. It's like crossing into another reality where Starbucks doesn't exist. Terrifying, right? But there's a problem with that theory. The man didn't just have a pass, he had currency from multiple countries, real immigration stamps, and company documents. He even had a business meeting scheduled in Tokyo with people who had never heard of him. The dude had receipts literally, yet the company didn't exist. The hotel didn't exist. The job didn't exist. It's like he came with a whole fake LinkedIn profile before the internet was even born. And if you're thinking, maybe he was a spy, congratulations, you're not far off. Because the second theory says this man from Taured wasn't an interdimensional traveler, but a forger named John Allen Zegras. This guy actually existed. Real name, real record. According to documents found later, Zegras was arrested in Tokyo in 1960 for cashing fake checks and using a homemade passport claiming to be from, you guessed it, Taured. His fake passport was so detailed it looked official, stamped with gibberish text that supposedly said, Archabwai Octra Negusi Habesi Trop Tarapa, which sounds like something your cat types when it walks across the keyboard. Turns out, Zegras had been traveling around the world on this thing, actually getting through border control, until he hit Japan, where officials said, "Sir, your country doesn't exist. Also, your check just bounced." Busted. He was sentenced to a year in prison but attempted suicide before serving time. Ironically, he was released because the time he'd already spent in detention equaled his sentence. After that, he disappeared from the public eye. So how did a washed-up forger turn into an internet legend about a man from another dimension? Simple. Humans love mystery more than facts. The story evolved. It mutated like folklore meets Reddit. Someone heard about a man with a fake passport, dropped the fraud part, added vanishing, sprinkled in alternate universe, and bam, instant legend. But let's be honest, it's not hard to see why people ran with it. It's the perfect blend of bureaucracy and the bizarre. A guy arguing about geography with Japanese customs, then evaporating from a locked hotel room. If that's not clickbait for the universe, I don't know what is. And here's where it gets fun. This story became the foundation for modern dimensional traveler myths, from people appearing in 1,920 seconds photos with modern clothes to TikTokers claiming they woke up alone in the empty earth. The man from Taured was the blueprint for a glitch in the Matrix culture. So, did a man really slip between universes? Probably not. But did a man convince half the world that he might have? Absolutely, and that's even crazier, because the truth isn't always as satisfying as the story. But the story lives forever, and maybe, somewhere in some version of reality, Taured actually exists. And a very confused customs officer is right now asking, "Sir, where the hell is Japan?" If you enjoyed this dive into the weirdest travel story in history, hit that like button before it disappears too. Subscribe, because next time, we're exploring another case where reality hits a plot twist. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and remember, in a world full of copies, always be the original.